Today, I invite you into a journey, not of logic, but of paradox, not of doctrine or dogma, but of mystery. We are going to explore a deeply enigmatic text, a voice echoing across centuries, found hidden in a jar in Egypt in 1945. A text that challenges our assumptions about scripture, faith, even Gnosis itself. That text, known as the Thunder, Perfect Mind. This is not a poem in the ordinary sense. It's a voice. Some say divine, some say feminine, some say beyond gender. But it speaks to us in riddles and revelations. It challenges us. And it may, indeed, be all of these things and none of them. It begins like a thunderclap. It says, I am the first and the last. I am the honoured one and the scorned one. I am the whore and the holy one. From the outset, this does not promise to be an easy text. It does not promise to calm our still beating hearts with easy answers or a simple narrative. The text was discovered amongst the Nag Hammadi codices, a collection of early Gnostic and Christian writings, along with a smattering of Neoplatonic texts, which was found buried in the Egyptian desert near Nag Hammadi in 1945. These texts, the written forms of them, dating from the 2nd to 4th centuries of the Common Era, but possibly having existed before this time, reflect diverse, often suppressed, often denigrated strands of early spiritual thought that have found a welcome home in the spirituality that has emerged in the second half of the 20th and the beginning of the 21st centuries. But the Thunder Perfect Mind is unique even amongst these texts. It's not a theological treatise. It's a monologue, spoken by a mysterious I who refuses to be pinned down. Is it a goddess? Sophia, the Gnostic embodiment of wisdom? Isis or Uset? Still living, though, that long strand of faith from ancient Egypt was beginning to fade and be suppressed? Or is it something larger, a voice of divine totality that contains all opposites? This is not just theology. This is poetry, prophecy, incantation, and yes, revelation. Listen again to this text's rhythm and its fire. I am the wife and the virgin. I am the mother and the daughter. I am the members of my mother. This is ritual language, a spell made of opposites. It does not explain, it reveals. The speaker continues, I am knowledge and ignorance. I am shame and boldness. What does this text actually say in these challenging words, these powerful spells, prayers, ritual statements. In these reversals in the text, we see a sacred dismantling of hierarchy. In a world where purity, obedience, and yes, patriarchy reigned, this voice dares to say the sacred is also the impure. The holy is found not only in light, but in shadow. As the great scholar and wonderful teacher and writer Elaine Pagels notes, many Gnostic texts elevate inner experience over external authority. Thunder goes further. It embraces paradox as divine. It addresses the issues of feminine divinity and sacred ambiguity. There is a powerful feminine presence here, not just in the text, in the language of the text itself. If you read it in the Gnostic original, it jumps between masculine and feminine speech with a poignancy, with a challenging immediacy that sometimes gets lost in translations. It leads us to reflect, to be challenged in our reflection, and to abandon even that and to stand naked. The speaker declares, I am the barren one, and many are her sons. I am she whose wedding is great, and I have not taken a husband. Even in our age, these are countercultural claims. In a patriarchal world, barrenness and independence were actually seen as shameful, both for men and women. But here, they're signs of power. This is a voice of the excluded, the marginalized, the forgotten. The voice resonates with the traditions of Auset, or Isis, the Egyptian goddess who was both nurturing and fierce. It echoes Sophia, the Gnostic figure who falls into the world and must awaken. It echoes the deity Abraxas, who challenges this and that. As it says, I am the one who cries out, and I am cast forth upon the face of the earth. This is a divine being who suffers, who knows exile, and yet claims cosmic identity, not omnipotence, but fullness through brokenness. This is a deity that speaks to a shared challenge, both to the mortal and to our constructions of the divine. In modern times, the thunder perfect mind has become a symbol of feminist theology and queer theology, mystical empowerment, and spiritual reclamation. Poet and scholar Anne Carson has called it a text of terrifying coherence. It has been set to music, referenced in fiction, and even echoed in Ridley Scott's Kingdom of Heaven 2005, where parts of it are read aloud in voiceover. Why this resurgence? Because, much as when this text was created, ours is an age of fragmentation, of division. Thunder, perfect mind, offers a sacred voice that holds contradictions not as problems, but as truths. As it says, I am the one whom they call life, and you have called death. I am the one who is weak, and I am well in a pleasant place. It suggests the divine is not a category, but an embrace of totality. This is a text that demands more than just being read and studied and ripped apart, but read out aloud, viewed as liturgy, but liturgy that encounters the contradictions of life. So what is Thunder Perfect Mind trying to say? It's not doctrine, it's invocation. It's not worship, it is awakening. It challenges us to see the divine in the broken, the sacred in the rejected. It asks us to abandon simple dualisms, good and evil, male and female, high and low, sacred and profane. Instead, we hear the voice that declares, I am the silence that is incomprehensible. I am the mutterance of my name. We are invited not to solve the mystery, but to stand within it. Not to analyze the mystery, but to experience it. And having experienced it, to be transformed. Let me leave you with this final echo from this amazing, beautiful, challenging text. Do not be ignorant of me, anywhere or any time. Be on your guard. Do not be ignorant of me. The Thunder Perfect Mind is not a relic of the past. It's a living flame, a voice that defies logic but demands attention. A voice long silenced, yet never totally repressed and exiled. A voice that speaks loudly and clearly to our condition now and as we move into the future. It thunders, as it says, I am all that you reject. I am all that you are. I am Dr. Shimon de Valencia. I am also a merry mystic. May you in your journey be challenged, and may you, as you encounter this text, I pray, I hope, are equally as challenged and transformed by the Thunder Perfect Mind.